Hello my friends, and here we go for the next step, creating the training set and the test set. Alright, so let's create a new code cell, and since it's going to be exactly the same as before, we're going to do it very efficiently. Remember that the first step is to import the train test split function from the scikit-learn library, and then from the scikit-learn library we access the model underscore selection module. Here we go. And so from this model selection module by the scikit-learn library, we're going to import our train underscore test underscore split function. And now remember that this function returns 4 elements. The first one is the array of independent variables in the training set x train. Second one is the array of independent variables in the test set x test. Then the third one is the vector of dependent variable in the training set y train. And the fourth one is the vector of dependent variable in the test set y test. Alright, so these are the 4 elements returned by this train test split function. And so now the next natural step is to call that train test split function, in which we have to enter 4 elements, 4 parameters, 2 of which are compulsory, and these are of course what we gathered before in the previous step, meaning our array of independent variables x and our vector of dependent variable y. That's the 2 first and compulsory parameters you have to enter in the train test split function. So here we go, let's enter them: the array of independent variables x and the vector of dependent variable y. Alright, and then some optional but yet very important parameters, especially this one, which is, our test underscore size, and which is the proportion of data points you want to put in the test set, meaning you want to put in x test and y test. And so a good recommended value is 20%, and therefore here we enter 0.2. And finally, remember one last parameter, just for the sake of training purposes. We want to end up with the same training set and test set, so we're going to put a seed here equal to the same value for all of us, so that we end up with the same results. And so that last parameter, remember, is random state, and we can set it equal to 0. Alright, and that's it. That's how we very efficiently implement those 2 lines of code that create the training set and the test set. Congratulations if you did it before me. This is excellent for practice. Alright, so let's play/run the cell. Now let's add 4 new code cells just to display everything. And we're going to start by xtrain the array of independent variables in the training set. Xtrain, here we go, starting well with the first column, clump thickness. Then we're going to display the array of independent variables in the test set x test. Right, so that's for the test set. Okay. Then we're going to display the dependent variable vector in the training set, y train. Here we go, displaying all the well-balanced classes in the training set. So that's going to be the ground truth that the model will use to do its training. And finally, let's display the vector of dependent variable in the test set, y test. And this will be, the vector we will use to compare our predictions with all the ground truth in this vector. Okay? And so now let's move on to the next exciting step, a new tool to learn for us, feature scaling, and I will show you how to perform standardization. There are 2 types of feature scaling, normalization or standardization. I have a slight preference for standardization, and you will see that it will give us excellent results in the end. Alright, so whenever you're ready, let's perform that feature scaling together, and until then, enjoy machine learning.